gamers, and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we're going to be playing some more of that Jade Golem Rogue. First of all, because we just got back, well, I just got back from the cruise, and we need to warm back up, right? I don't want to enter doing a brand new deck testing with the deck we haven't played before after not playing for like 4 days and then playing like poops. So let's play with a deck that we haven't actually we've still been refining this deck a lot. There's a lot of issues with this deck currently, and it's a deck I actually find is very fun for me, at least, is the Jade Golem Rogue, or at least I think it has potential to be good, on top of it already being pretty fun. So in the hopes that by the end of our forever deck testing of this deck, we'll be able to get it down to be pretty good. I actually like this entire starting hand. These two guys are good just on curve, and then the Journey from Below, it looks questionable, but it gives us a card that we can actually pick that will allow us to keep on curve, basically, which is why I added 2 of them in the deck instead of the 1, because I always found myself wanting another 1-drop combo piece, and then I was thinking, all right, well, what's a 1-drop combo piece that can set up future turns that also synergizes well with the entire Death Rattle N'Zoth package, and Journey from Below fits that spot very, very nicely. So I'm actually not even going to play it this turn, because again, I'm almost using it as a combo piece and a filler piece, not necessarily like a core part of the deck, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So again, still a lot of deck testing. This deck is definitely not perfected yet, which is why I'm playing it, but it definitely, in my opinion, has a lot of potential. So we're gonna go ahead and we can actually just backstab this small time Buccaneer and kind of reduce the damage that we're gonna be taking over the next couple turns, because if we can just withstand the onslaught of whatever deck he's playing, whether it's Pirates or just Miracle, I think we'll be just fine. So we're definitely going to make the trade with our 1/1 to kind of pump out those Jade Golems ASAP. So I definitely have some stories on the cruise. We got some stories, and then from there we actually have we've honestly had a rough couple days, and by a couple days I mean like the past day or two, and I'll get into that. So we got back from the cruise, right, guys? And I turn on my computer. I connect to the internet, everything's working, and the internet's like super slow, so I figured it's Bright House or something, right? It's just internet connection, sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's fast. You know my connection with computers, everything's just bad. No matter what we're talking about, it's bad. I get fucked. I think I'm just gonna ooze and then evis that, right? Let's see what we draw. We actually could get like a 3-drop Death Rattle, or like, no, we need a 1-drop, and that doesn't really make sense to just play the 1-drop. So we can just kind of just remove this weapon, put him in an awkward spot, and just deal 4 damage to that. So we had internet issues. I waited, took a nap because I was tired as fuck, because we had to wake up early when we got off the cruise ship, and the internet worked when I woke up, and then afterwards it just stopped working again. So I was like, okay, well, I looked at my internet thing and it showed local connection was fine. It wouldn't load any web pages whatsoever, but it said I had internet. So I tried to load one web page at a time, and it would load one after like 2 minutes. So I had internet. It was just super slow. And so I ran diagnostics, I ran the tester, everything was fine. Couldn't detect a single problem. Well, I'm like, well, computer, you know, we must have an issue here, because you see, there's a lot of not so good going on. Obviously something is broken somewhere in there, but I couldn't figure it out. Okay, I think we're fine. We could have like Journey from Below and look for like a Bloodhoof or like a Sylvanas, but I don't have faith in myself that I will get one of those cards. So we ended up, like, after spending hours trying to figure out what was wrong with our network card, because obviously it was a network card issue, after I figured out it wasn't our internet through testing it through other computers. So it was the internet card, but there was no issues with it. It like just didn't say anything. Like, there was, normally when you have a hardware issue, your computer can detect that, right? There's some tests that you can run and it'll show like error here, yeah, or like a pop-up message, just something that tells you something went wrong. No matter what the error brings up, just identifying that there's an issue. Could not find one. So I went up and just bought a new wireless network card, and it basically doubled my speed. So I figured that it's gonna solve a lot of the issues I have with the internet, right? Okay, so the option are is the Swashbuckler or Journey from Below. If we Journey, then we're looking at like best Death Rattle would be like a 5-drop, right? Or we could get like a 4-drop. So I think I'm going to play the Swash first, just because if we can get a 5-drop rogue card, that'd be great. Yeah, that didn't work out the way I expected, so we're just now going to look for a 4-drop. Unfortunately, we didn't get a 4-drop, but we did get Black Paw, which works really nice. We can drop this bad boy here. We have enough for hero power. So now the option is how are we going to do these trades. Obviously, trading into here, this guy's going to be at 1. We're still at 28 life. He's probably playing Miracle. So we can kind of reduce the damage that we want. If we swing into here, we're playing into Fan of Knives. So I don't mind taking the 2 here because we're still at 28. I'm gonna attack with my lower 1 into here and then swing 3 for face. We did it opposite. We lose 1 damage out on face. Not really worth it. So last turn, remember when I said if we should have Journey from Below? We should have, because we got a 6-drop Death Rattle. So it was my mistake not to play her this turn, because I didn't Journey from Below the turn before, but I did that because I had no faith in myself. So we might need to gather some faith. Either way, we got the internet working. Our internet on this computer working, and I'm glad I didn't have to like dig deep in my computer. Like I could have went in there and replaced the network card, but I'm not unplugging everything and tearing that shit out. That is way too much work. I'm not playing around with that shit. So it did look like he had the fan, which is good, which is why we attacked our weapon instead of the other way around. We definitely need to kill her, but we can currently do that with our board state, right? We just swing, hero power, kill this, and then play the Black Paw, which I think is fine. We take 3, but I mean, I really don't see an issue with that. We'll attack first just to see if we get something that's better than Black Paw. I don't think we will. I mean, that is a great card that we got, but is definitely not better than the Paw of the Black. And then there's no reason to play the Buccaneer right now. It doesn't serve any purpose. It doesn't actually do anything. Worst case scenario, he like saps this back to my hand, right? He easily deals with this with like an Abyss, and he like develops, I don't know, something. But in order to do that, he would have to spend 4 mana, and then he only has 3 left over. So there's Thalamos. So you can expect some spells coming down to kill some shit. All right, there's the Buccaneer. So we're going to look for our Fan of Knives. That's pretty important. Cold Blood. All right, so we're going to see a Conceal this turn, because right now is this is where he's going face. We're going to take a lot of damage this turn, boys. We're going to hope to God the last card in his hand is not a Conceal. A Van Cleef, a 12/12. Yeah, that's an issue too. So best card we could draw is Fan of Knives. Fan of Knives will win us the game right here and now. Fan of Knives right off the top. That's not Fan of Knives, but we can, however, get a Fan of Knives from the Agent, which I'm gonna look for. All right, so there's not a Fan of Knives either, but we did get a Taunt. But unfortunately, I still don't think that's enough. All right, so let's calculate how much damage we have here, because we have to kill the Van Cleef, and we also have to kill these bad boys. So we have 9 here. And if we play Blood Mage, this will be 3, so we can kill this, but then we're dead on board. If we Rock Biter, we can actually kill. I think Rock Biter is going to be the key here. So we know we're hero powering. Oh, Jesus, we're taking damage, fam. So this is 8. We can play Blood Mage. No, we can't. We can't do everything we want to do. So this would turn this into 8. This goes to 12, and then we backstab one of these. Oh my God, that's just awful. We died to the Wombo combo. Actually, did we just miss lethal? No. I'm just being silly. I'm just playing him because it doesn't matter. We can make trades with him. So how much damage does he have? He has what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? So he needs 2 damage to win. This feels bad, fam. Fan of Knives. That feels pretty bad too. You know this guy's gonna top deck some damage. He got quite a few draws to do it. So, Swash into Abyss. That would be so sad. There's a lot of cards in the Rogue class that can deal 2 damage. Shiv, but he has no more spell power. But Shiv would be bad. Abyss, any charge minion, anything he drew. He has quite a few turns to do so. Alright, so there's a good draw still. Abyss is good. Not Abyss, but Fan is good. Any Taunt is good. Shadow Strike, probably not the best card we could have drew, right? So it doesn't matter where we attack. This card is going to die, whether it attacks here or here. Like, it literally doesn't matter at all. Alright, we know this is gonna go here. I guess this goes here. Doesn't matter. And then this gets Shadow Striked. But, I mean, we're basically just on a clock. We have 2 HP, we died to hero power in 2 turns, and the only card in our deck can save us is Jade, whatever, and we played the Jade Lotus Agent and grabbed the card. Normally, we could, like, Shadowcaster it and then play it again, but we didn't have that opportunity. So. Defender of Argus. That doesn't do it either. I don't think there's a card in our deck that's gonna save us here. There's a Shadowcaster, so we'll trade here. Draw a card, Shadow Strike. Unfortunately, that doesn't do it either. Ripperonis. Yeah, that Van Cleef turn was too much without the Fan of Knives or any way to deal. Like, we just took too much damage too quickly. This is why I didn't want to take damage with our weapon and things of that nature. But unfortunately, we we only can minimize the damage so much and play around so many cards, right? Oh, man. The cruise was interesting. It was only a 3-nighter, so it wasn't like a really crazy cruise or anything like that. It was just like a family thing. Me, my dad, my sister. So if you saw those Instagram posts and whatnot, I guess a lot of people didn't catch the whole Seaster Shack because we were at sea, so I put C and then like stir because she's my sister, and people like, oh, is that your girlfriend? No, literally said Seaster Shack right on there, but not gonna judge. Not gonna judge. Oh man, so we put back Azure Drake to get an Azure Drake, baby. And I was kind of greedy by keeping the Jade Spirit in my hand, but again, I really don't have any faith in myself that I'll be able to draw the cards I need to succeed, and being able to coin out a 4-drop is pretty nice, especially if I would have drawn either a 2-drop or another 4-drop, so on turn, you know, 3 we could start pumping out the base, but your boy, we weren't able to do that. Draw is good. It's not good right now, but it'll be good later if we end up needing to draw. There was a lot of toaster strudels on that cruise. There was a bunch of frat guys, and then like they would dance to like the most fucking stupidest songs, like the radio hits, but like not even the radio hits that we would hear today. Like the radio hits that were popular, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years ago. Like fucking Flow Rider. Like who the fuck listens to Flow Rider? Oh my god. We're gonna save coin and we're not gonna overload, right? So we're just gonna hero power and just kill the totem. Take it nice and slow. Sail life. Cool. So we got double Jade Shuriken, and we got Jade Spirit. We got Azure Drake. That's getting backstabbed. That's gonna die. Oh boy. So how do we do this? Backstab, Jade Shuriken, swing? And then we could save coin. And then we could just play the Jade Spirit on this turn. Or we can just kill this now, coin, but then on our turn 4 we could actually... Yeah, I like that a lot. I think that's fine. Woohoo! Here we go. So next turn... Oh yeah, we already used backstab. Never mind, I'm bad. Anyway, next turn's most likely going to be a Journey from Below, Jade Shuriken, Jade Shuriken. For some reason, I didn't think we had a backstab there. So next turn we'd go like backstab, double Jade Shuriken when he plays like a Totem Golem. But unfortunately, I'm bad, and I just don't realize we play cards when we do. So, card is so good though. Jade Claws. Card is ridiculous, mate. Card is absolutely ridiculous. Alright, so Jade Shuriken kills one of these. We just gotta figure out how we're gonna kill the other one. He's gonna be overloaded, so I think we're gonna be good for a little bit. Ooh, Black Paw's pretty good. Alright, so I guess we go Journey from Below. We are looking for... Analyzing. It's between Jade Swarmer and the Poisoned Mind. So, the Swarmer looks promising, but so does the Poisoned Mind. So our turn 5 is Azure Drake, but if our turn 5 is not Azure Drake, if we pick like the Poisoned Mind, we do nothing else. But if we pick the Jade Swarmer, we can combo that with the Shuriken if we need. But this also, guys, generates like the combo pieces that we may need. It's hard. I think I'm gonna go with the Swarmer. It's just faster Jade Golems, right? Like for value, the Exarl, the Poison Mind was probably good. I'm probably fucking up his name really bad. But anyway, he was probably better in the long run for value, but the Jade Golem is good for like just trying to pump up the base quickly. This is the reason I almost want to put in a second Fan of Knives, right? And this is also why I picked the Jade Swarmer, because the Azure Drake is not going to do what we need to succeed. But this, on the other hand, yeah, basically it's going to be able to clear off patches, and this can test the wolf. And we still haven't taken that much damage yet, so I think we're all right. We just have to make sure we draw into our Jade Lotus Agent. our Defender of Argus so we can taunt up. So when he decides he wants to Doom Hammer our face off, I think we'll be in a fairly decent... As long as we're like above... Oh, fuck. I guess Shadow Strike is okay here as long as he doesn't kill our 3-3. Well, Ripperonis. Okay. Alright, so I need another damaging ability. And yeah. So just Evis is fine. Anything that damages. Yeah, that's not the card I was looking for. Alright, we're in a bit of a pickle. Oh yeah, we're gonna take too much damage next turn. So I guess Black Paw is our best bet. unless we knowledge into like... Nah, knowledge doesn't even do it. Oh, this is unfortunate. That's GG. We're taking, what, 9, 10? We're taking fucking 12 damage. 14 damage. He needs 6 damage. Alright, he wins. And then he just has a spell in his hand. Oh my god. Dude, this fucking cancer, man. Good job. You went face every single turn. You played your hand out perfectly. And you thought your plays out like none. But it's okay. Didn't really expect this deck to... Like, where did we go wrong? We basically had to play every turn, right? Maybe we need a sap in here for, like, fucking the 4-drop 7/7. So what would we replace for sap? But I feel like sap just puts us too far behind. Like, the point of the deck isn't to finish our opponent in one big burst. It's just to outvalue them with Jade Golems, be able to deal with small to mid-range minions with cards like Backstab, Evis, and Shadow Strike, and then be able to slowly but surely outvalue them from the mid to late games with cards like Shadowcaster, which are going to combo or copy cards like Black Paw and Jade Lotus, which is going to even create more value. Like, this deck theoretically on paper is just absolutely super fantastic. I actually don't really mind this hand at all. These two creatures hold off, the Jade Shuriken is good, and the Shadow Strike can kill whatever the fuck we want. So, like, I don't know, maybe I'm playing the deck wrong, but I mean, I'll hear from you guys in the comment section. I just feel like this deck, like, on paper, this deck should work perfectly. Like, it's got N'Zoth for the super late game for the card value. It's got maximum Jade Golem, super synergy, combo, wombo, make a whole bunch of dudes. It's got random effects, which makes it so your opponent can't play around a ton of things. It has single target and it has a lot of single target removal with multi-target removal. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it has its time to shine, and we just haven't seen it yet. Do we coin out the Huckster just so he has to ping and kill, and then we can play another one next turn, or we just go ahead and do nothing and then play the Huckster? But the problem is, if we don't play the Huckster... Yeah, I think we do. The only reason I don't want to is because the coin is a good Jade Shuriken combo piece. But it just sucks with a deck that you really enjoy. Like, I honestly super enjoy this deck. Probably just as much as Control Warrior. If that can even happen. Control Warrior was by far my favorite deck. But, what the fuck is this shit? I don't even want this card. I don't even want to take that card from you, man. Like, this isn't a card I even want ever. Like, this is just bad. Even though it's a legendary. It's just like, why does Blizzard make shit legendaries, man? People open their packs and they expect a legendary doesn't have to be like a fucking Tyrion. It doesn't have to be Sylvanas or Rag. It doesn't have to be, you know, a be-all end-all legendary, which is like an auto-include into a lot of different decks, and it performs well in a whole bunch of different decks. In my opinion, a legendary should be a card specifically built and does well in 1 to 2 decks. That's it. It shouldn't be good in every deck. It should just be good in certain decks, which is why it should be a legendary. I don't know. Just seems like it's just a wasted spot. Ah, see, Journey from Below coming in clutch, and now we look for a 4-drop. Exactly. And then we can Jade Shuriken this. That was the whole plan behind Journey from Below, and it worked out perfect. That was literally the reason Journey from Below is a deck. Combo activator, pick out curve for the following turn. Bada bing, bada fucking boom. And now we can actually Shadowcaster this guy, which will give us a lot of value. That's not good. So this is actually going to get Shadow Striked. So it's going to fuck up our turn 4. But either way, theoretically, you understand what I was saying. Why it was good there. So if we play the Poison Mind, he just goes off with that. So we're just going to casually Shadow Strike the fuck out of that. We could have Evised, but what is the point? like if we could have played a 2-drop, maybe a Vis was good at that point, but a Vis can be used at face, it can be used at anything, while the Shadow Strike can only be used on creatures that are undamaged, which is not all gonna happen always, right? See, look at the vet. He has 4 cards in hand while we have close to 7, still 1 on board. Like, this deck will outvalue and it can curve just as well. Like, next turn we can just Exeril and fucking Apprentice, and he drew 2 cards with Babbling, which is bad, and they were discounted, which is bad. Now he generated another card with Babbling, which is bad, but you know, good things will happen to us eventually, boys. Like, that was a really solid turn from him. Now he's back to 5 cards in his hand next turn with 3 cards on board. Ouch. That was a very powerful turn from him. We might even have to Abyss at 3-2. Like, Backstab, best card we could draw. Good Arcane Missiles. But it doesn't necessarily matter. Like, that Arcane Missiles was like, oh, fuck. Deal 2 damage? Deal 2 damage? No, I meant to play the fucking, fuck me. Fuck me. Wrong fucking card. Meant to Abyss this. For some reason, I thought I had enough mana to play this guy in Abyss, but I didn't. If I would have known that this was it, I would have just Jade Spirited. But now we're going to be super behind. Fuck. Unless he can't kill the Poison Mine. If the Poison Mine lives, we're back in it, boys. The Poison Mine dies, he uses like Arcane Blast, and it's gone. We done fucked up. We done fucked up. So if we lose, the loss is on me. Maybe Anomalous will come in clutch. Have like a big board, we throw this guy down, he can't, oh boy. Froze the 3-2, interesting. Trades off, goes face, okay. So, Backstab, a Lamau. Woohoo! So this dies, and this dies. Perfect. Next turn we can actually Shadowcaster this guy, and we can replay him and get 2 more cards, plus the additional card that's going to give us, giving us 3 1-drop cards, which is a lot of value, because they do up to 3 damage to something. If, yeah, 3 damage, plus 3 attack, give a creature stealth, return to your hand so you can play it again. There's just a lot of fantastic stuff you can do. If he has just the ping remaining, I even see it going face. There's no reason for him to ping a creature, because then that creature is just what we're gonna hit him. Oh wow, what a bad play. That was like really bad.
The shadows beckon.
The plays, boys. All right, he's at 3 cards. We're at 5 in hand, 4 on board, and then gonna have 6 next turn. I think we could have Shadowcastered the Poison Mine, but this is gonna give us the most value in the long run. Again, faster we can rip out them Jade Golems, the better position we're in. This is exciting. Oh, just hit anything but my 4/4. Fan of Knives is 1, 3, 6, 7, if I'm correct. Well, that doesn't work. Give your minion friendly fucking stealth. I don't give a fuck about that. Alright, so we go Fan of Knives, Jade Spirit, and just keep pile driving face, so we can just play Anomalous and basically have a board clear whenever we want. So we play Anomalous, we're setting up for the Nagud N'Zoth turn on 10, but I think our best bet is to go with this first, because we can draw into like a card like this, which trades, or we can just go like this. We'll just play it next turn. We're giving the 1/1 stealth because it's another rag target. It looks like a fucking retarded play, but he can't ping it, which is a higher chance it now hits a creature, which we want it to hit a creature, because then we can just go ahead and just trade into it next turn in combination with like the runner, Evis, trade like a creature, and then we'll be good to go. So, I have soiled your plans. Unless you have a Flame Strike, which then we should have just played Anomalous, but, you know. I'm not playing around Flame Strike like that, because if they run Flame Strike, it's just one of them. Firelands Portal, okay. It's a pretty good card to get out of Firelands Portal. Has a lot of health. Alright, so best case, Rag. We do not want Rag to hit face. Face is like the worst place Rag could ever hit. Alright. So, I think it's Anomalous time. Right? I don't see it as a Polymorph. If he has a polymorph, then we would go Crystal Runner, Evis, Swing. Nah. We don't play around that shit. Alright. So Anomalous has been dropped. He's our board clear. On 10, we drop N'Zoth. We've had double Undercity Huckster die and a 1-0. So, I mean, that's a decent amount of value for me. We just need at least 2, right? Normally, we'd have some of those, the Swarmers die. And maybe a different or Journey from Below card. But, I mean, Zeral's fine. He's still going to generate a card. And then the 2 Undercities are going to generate cards. This isn't a deck that's going to win really quick, guys. This is a deck that's going to burn out. It's almost a control deck. It's like a mid-range control deck with like late game tendencies with N'Zoth. N'Zoth it doesn't have to be your win condition, but it is versus those more grindy matchups. It all depends how you play it out, right? Which is what makes this deck super cool. You can play it super aggressive and just go balls to the walls with your shit, or you can play it a little bit more conservative, right? Hold back on your stuff, get a good N'Zoth in. All right, so ideally, Rag hits the 7-6 and he doesn't have polymorph. That's like the best case scenario, right? So what he's gonna do with his 3-7, I guess would just to go face, right? Because he knows, unless he has if he has a fucking polymorph, we are so fucking dunzo kazooie. Why would you trade here when you know this guy is gonna go hit this? What the hell is wrong with you? Kaboom. So now we drop this and we end our turn. What all died? Oh, baby, this was bad. Anomalous, you done fucked me. Well, he has to have Fireball, right? I forgot Anomalous was a death rattle. Oh my god. We came up with an escape plan and then we built a trap door that destroys the escape plan. This is horrible. Just don't kill my fucking... Nah, he has Fireball. There's no fucking... Oh my god, the Kansamida on the floor. He only used Firelands poorly, never used Fireball. So did this guy not have Fireball? I have no idea. How long is this recording gone for? Roughly 8 to 32. Yeah, we'll play one more. And we're drinking that fine wine tonight, guys. That's what this is in this little green cup here that's green screened out. I wonder if my hands aren't in a way. Is it actually green screened? Oh, yeah, it is. Jake Finney playing the warrior. Did we just queue up his fucking mage? I didn't change decks. What the fuck? God damn it, I hate this game, man. This is the stupidest shit ever. Alright, so this is gonna be fucking... I don't even fucking know. We'll play it out, though. So, it'll be random rogue, or fucking Jade Golem rogue deck testing / no, I'm not gonna put a slash. We're just gonna... No, I fucked up here. I don't recall ever... I recall just requeuing back up. I'll have to look at the video. But I definitely do not recall this shit. This is not a bad hand, though, if he's playing Pirate Warrior. Alright, so he's playing Dragon Pirates. He's playing the Dragoon Pirates. So, Mistress of Mixtures is good. We don't want to play her yet, because if he just swings in, this dies, and health doesn't matter. Could coin into Intellect just to draw. Hero Powers can't hit this, and then the Ooze right now is pointless, so I actually don't mind just going ahead and just drawing more. Flame Strike, Firelands, and then this can go basically face. Oh man, we did legs when we were on the cruise. We worked out quite a bit. Like, we worked out hard, and fucking I'm dying over here. My legs are toaster strudel. This is kind of what I was scared of. The ability to kill this brings out Patches of Houlihan, and now we're just in a terrible position. This is where you need like arcane missiles, right? Unfortunately, these can't even be targeted. So this is where like a Mixture Mistress comes out, and then we just ping this. Because we've already taken 4 damage, and he's going to have to swing, and then there's just these 2, and then we're, what? 3 turns off Flame Strike. We got a Forgotten Torch, which is going to kill the Elite if he runs it. So we're gonna be taking quite a bit of damage over the next couple turns. Guardian is good for him. Fireball takes care of it though. Don't really want to use the acidic on the fucking Rusty Hook, but these guys shut us down hard though. Like this thing, or these things, can't be targeted by hero powers or spells. How broken is that against the mage? Like right now, if we were playing rogue, we'd be like, howdy dandy, how you doing? We've got creatures. This deck, not so much. Alright, so it looks like a forgotten torch target. Ow. 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 Life is hard. Alright, so we need Reno. Reno and we win, basically. If we don't have Reno, we lose. Because now he's going to play the fucking 6-drop 9/9. Because why else would he have anything else on turn 6? Oh, just Azure Drake. Alright, not too bad. So what can we play here? We obviously know we have to Ice Block or we're going to lose. Oh, I wish we could Flame Strike, but not yet. This weapon makes it so even if we do Flame Strike, we die the following turn. Trade... Well, trade ping puts us at 4 hit. No, this has to happen. I mean, double arcane blast kills the Drake, but everything else is gonna die next turn anyway. All right, so our next card has to be Reno. Yep. All right, so this play is because if we draw Reno, then we can Arcane Blast this. But I'm not gonna Arcane Blast it now because there's no point. So, our next card literally has to be Reno or we lose this game. And then we'll end this here. Because we were supposed to be playing Rogue right now. I don't understand how the decks got fucking swapped up, but whatever. Oh, man. All right. Good job. I really I'm gonna go back and watch that, how the decks got changed. I don't recall clicking. Is it even on the same page? It is. I don't recall clicking over here. I don't recall going, hey, let's play standard, but first let me click Reno Mage and then standard and then pretend we're hitting like Jade Golem Rogue. All right, guys, so hopefully you've enjoyed. I'll check you out in the next episode. Of course, I'm Warshack and happy whatever the hell day it is.